In this video, we're going to take a look at doing another multi-view drawing, and here we got a few things to take a look at. Here's my 3D printed part that I used just to kind of help with visualization. So here's our front view for our part, which we can see. Here's our top view, and then as I go over, this is what our right side view is going to look like, and we are missing a right side view. So now what can I do? And I've kind of moved my isometric up here a little bit, so then that way I can go through and use, because I'm going to be kind of projecting over here into this right side space up there a little bit. Alrighty, so one of the first things I'm going to take care of is I'm going to look at transferring the height lines from my front view over to any horizontal line or the top edge of a part here, like on the arc. I'm going to transfer that over into the space there. Alright, so as I go along, I go through and I'm going to be able to see, well, now I need to know how far the depth lines are. So this is where we go through and we use something called the 45-degree miter. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to take lines vertically and kind of project them up into this space. So construction lines like this. What I'm going to do here is the horizontal lines, I'm going to take them over until I hit these lines, like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and erase this one a little bit. And then I should go through and have, between the two corners, a 45-degree miter line. Now what that is signifying is that as I go from the top view, I have to do like a little 45-degree turn to be able to get that right side view. So kind of doing it like this, or if you kind of go this way. So what we're going to do is every feature that I have, like the little cut in, I'm going to line it up, go till I hit the 45-degree miter, and as soon as I hit it from that point, I'm going to project it down into my view. Same thing on the back of this upright. And that's going to help me kind of set up my view a little bit. Once I go through and have that going, now it's just a matter of going through and outlining some of my object lines. So we have this upright, kind of sits like this. Front. And then we also go through and have it going across, making this little rectangle, which you would see the top edge of that line there. And that's going to give us kind of the basic components. However, here's the thing, that line from the front, since when I look at it from the side, I can't tell how far back in this little thing's cut in, we're going to use something called hidden lines. So I'm actually going to kind of touch this with my eraser a little bit, and I'm going to put in these dash lines in there. Those are called hidden lines to note that I'm missing hidden lines on this particular part. Likewise, I also need to see, I've got a hole in here. When I turn from the side, I can't tell that there's a hole in that part. So same kind of thing, transfer over, do some dash lines for hidden, same thing here, and same thing here on the top view. So the top view is missing those hidden lines as well. Alright, last thing is anytime we have circular objects, we need to have a center line, or center lines. This is going to be a center mark to be represented. So there's a center mark to help us line that up. A center line is shown in other views, signified by a little short line and then longer lines on the other side with a little gap. And it's going to allow us to go through and put in where those centers would be. So here would be the center line that gets put in there. So this finishes out the right side view for the shape, and this concludes our tutorial on multi-view drawing.